Stacey the Black Feather Intuitive, and welcome to Black Feather Couture, Divining a VIP Life. It is Cinco de Mayo, and I thought we would do something a little bit fun for our day drinking and tarot today. I'm going to do a little mimosa drinking, and I invited my cohort Keone to come on with me and to ask me some really fun questions so that I could do some card pulls and do a little reading for everybody for the Cinco de Mayo energy. And I'm here at the VIG, which is kind of a neighborhood hangout that's somewhat close to where I live. And I'm going to order some nachos and do some mimosa because I can't do margaritas because my body doesn't like the liquor. So we're going to do a mimosa instead, but I'm still festive. So Keone, hello, happy Cinco de Mayo.
Happy Cinco de Mayo. You called me a cohort. I've been called the equivalent of a side chick before, but not a cohort. So,
Well, you're definitely a cohort, and that is a sidekick, I guess. It's just like an extra special sidekick.
no, I didn't say sidekick. I said the equivalent of side chick.
Oh, side chick.
Okay,
Well,
so
maybe you are a side chick. I don't know.
you're drinking mimosas for Cinco de Mayo. I'm over here drinking tequila as we're doing this episode. So if some of the production value falls apart or I start slurring,
We
you
know
just keep
why.
on in. Okay.
Well, and you know what? I'm so glad that somebody is drinking tequila. That you're drinking it for me because truth be told, that is the one liquor that I really miss. I could say, who cares to all the rest of them, but it's the tequila that I missed drinking. So I'm glad you're drinking it for me.
Uh-huh. Anytime, Stacey. Anytime.
Awesome. So ask me some questions. Let's do a fun card pull. I'm pulling cards from the Out of Hand Tarot from Jamie Sawyer, and this is a an independent deck that I got on Kickstarter, and I'm just super pumped. Let's do
Okay.
this.
Since we're calling this episode Cinco de Mayo card spread, Tacos, Truth, and Transformation, I'm going to start with the
Oh.
first card. What's I want to know, like, what's my current vibe? And everybody, when we ask this question, it's not specifically for me, it's for all of you. What's my current vibe, and is it worth toasting to? Uh,
Oh.
kind of like, are we thriving, surviving, or are we sipping margaritas in denial? I want an honest
Yeah.
answer. What am I doing today? What's my vibe?
Ooh, interesting. The vibe is Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is a card of mastery. It's a card of work. It's paying attention to the details of things. So when you're talking about your vibe, I feel like it's kind of a weird card to pull for Cinco de Mayo because most people are like, okay, I want to party. I want to just let loose. I want to celebrate. Eight of Pentacles says celebrate, but celebrate it with style, with class, and paying attention to the details. So I feel like today it's okay for you to imagine, to dream big, and to understand that you are on a path to mastery and that you can master your tequila drinking, you can master your taco eating, you can master things, but it is about paying attention to the details. Today would also be a great day for you to do some people watching, to observe people from that intuitive space. What is it that you're seeing on the outside that they're presenting? And what is it that you're intuiting that they're not presenting? What is it they're not saying? And have some fun with that as well. I mean, don't invade anybody's privacy, obviously, but have a little fun with that and just kind of tune in intuitionally. I'm going to tell you right now, when we are drinking, of course, lowers our inhibitions, which, does a number of different things. But from an intuitive perspective, it kind of mimics that in between the dream state and the waking state. So it's not as good as that, but it's pretty close. It opens everything up. So I bet you guys, your vibe today is going to be a little more intuitional in nature. So have fun taking a look at people and just kind of seeing what they're not saying. And of course, keep it to yourself or talk amongst yourselves around it, but have a little fun on that. I feel like it's mastery around our intuitional spaces.
I love that. That is the first time you stopped. I thought you were doing a cliffhanger.
Oh no, I'm like, okay, I'm done with that card.
Okay, so here's the thing. And I'm going to ask this personally for me. I know we said
Yeah,
for everybody, but I'm going to be selfish right now.
that's all right. You be selfish.
What's something I need to let go of before I break the metaphorical, or literal pinata before I break the pomano? What do I need to let go? Is it,
Mm.
are you feeling old drama, my limited beliefs, an emotional hangover I've been avoiding? Like, what's weighing me down? I think I know what's weighing me down mentally, spiritually, and physically. But what are you, as the intuitive today, while I'm drinking this tequila, uh, think that's holding me down?
I think it's boundaries. I think it's coming to terms with what makes you happy and kind of letting go of anything that doesn't lean into that. I feel that you're on the precipice of a bit of a transformation yourself. And it's a transformation of the identity, the who am I? Who do I want to be? Piece. And I would say to you, I feel like letting go means choosing self. It's kind of that self-care piece. But here's your card. Oh my God. Oh my God. I love this shit. You can't make this shit up. Queen of Swords is a card of boundaries. So here I am just tuning in for you, and I didn't even look at the card. So I'm going to say that that is a validation for you, Keone, that it is about boundaries. And when I look at this card in particular, the out of hand deck, everything is hands. This is a woman who's writing notes. She's got her journals with her. She's looking out the window. And the window is a little, it's barren. It looks almost like it's winter time. There are no leaves on the trees. And so she's having to resort to her imagination. She's having to resort back to notes that she's taken. This is a time for her to really evaluate what really matters to her, what really matters. I want to say priorities. And I feel like that's what it is for you. It's boundaries and reevaluating your priorities. And as a general message for people out there, the fact that we pulled the Queen of Swords with this, and if you're looking at, maybe what you might need to let go of as you're breaking open this fabulous pinata and having all the delicious candy spill out, sometimes we have to make room in order for the good, the new to come into the mix. And Queen of Swords says, um, you can be logical and rational, but you also have to be intuitional. And you have to recognize that sometimes there are parts of the process that we need to do alone. We can't rely on other people to do it for us. Only we can determine what it is that we need, want, and desire. And so I feel like that's what's kind of coming up as we're drinking our tequila today, and me, my mimosa. We're having to really step into that energy. I feel like it's a time to evaluate what is getting in the way of me receiving something new and awesome and incredible, because it's only me that's getting in the way of that. I'm allowing other people, places, and things to stop me from receiving that. So there's a cheers to that. I love the sword tattoo on her arm
Hey,
too. I don't know if you guys can see that.
not to turn this into a therapy session. Here's my problem. The people that I probably have to let go that cause me the most stress are also the people, because there's multiple of them, that cause me the most joy.
Oh, so then
And that's where the
it's boundary.
uh,
It's boundary. It's saying I love you and I love me more. You know what? I have to do this with my I she's probably never going to see this, so I hope she doesn't. I hope this isn't the one episode that she watches. I have to do this with my mother sometimes. Is I have to limit. I have specific times that I'll call. I have to limit when I call and where I call her from. And I often do it from the car when I know I've got 20 minutes here or a half hour there. I'm happy to talk to her, but talking to her for too long can sometimes get a little depressing. Not always. It's actually changed over the years now, but I mean, I had to start doing that for a really long time. And I've got a couple friends that I love to pieces. I love dearly, and I got to do the same thing because they I just want to say, like, they take a lot, and that it's not bad that they take a lot. It's not that they're too much or not enough. It's connected to me and what my needs are, and the capacity of energy that I have. So you're not wrong on that. It doesn't mean you have to cut people out completely, but it's putting it's putting a fence or a guardrail around your energy and what you're willing to invest, and how much of yourself you're willing to invest.
you kind of almost answered that my next question for everybody about where can they invite more joy, spontaneity, or a really good dance break. Uh, I love the really good dance break in their life. Like, lighten up is what I think,
Yeah.
especially in today's climate. I think everybody needs to lighten up. I don't mean not take the serious things that are happening seriously, but we need to take a break from the serious stuff, whether it's politics or stuff going on in your life, and find a moment where you get to lighten up and have fun. We only get to do this once. And
Yes.
Cinco de Mayo is one of those holidays, just like a lot of the holidays, where it's like, hey, screw what's going on, even though it's drinking. It's not all about drinking, but hey, drink, have a good time, friends. I'm here with you. Let's have a little
Yeah.
fun. So,
Absolutely. And it's a number five, and five is about transformation. It's it's working through the conflict. It's recognizing, okay, there's a problem, but let's be solutions focused. So I feel like that's kind of perfect. And when you're asking that question, where can people bring a little more joy into their life? I mean, just going out and making time to celebrate every once in a while, not making everything be about work or about the issues, the problems, especially in this day and age right now. There's a lot of shit going on. So we need to remember why we're alive. We need to celebrate why we're alive. Oh, interesting. So the card that we pulled for all of this is the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords is a card of this or that. It's making a decision. And I like to say this is a card that discusses the choice between shit sandwich A and shit sandwich B. Both are shitty choices. Both are not ideal. You might not want to do them, but sometimes you got to make the choice in order to move forward. And I feel like that's the message today is, on Cinco de Mayo, if you are wanting to have a little more joy in your life, look at the areas that you've been procrastinating on. Look at the decisions that you're really struggling because you're like, well, I want to do it right. I want to get it right the first time, or I don't know, if this is going to be the right path for me. There are no right or wrong choices, only choices, experiences that we have as a result of those choices, and what we learn from those experiences that really matters. The rest of it makes no difference at all. So I feel like Cinco de Mayo is a celebration of getting rid of the procrastination and the worry and the fear that you're going to make a wrong choice or a bad choice, and just choose, because that's the only way you're going to move forward. There are a lot of people who feel stuck right now. Two of Swords is an invitation to say only you can get unstuck. You got to just make the choice and move forward. I also like to say with this particular card that it is about intuition. And the traditional Rider Waite Smith tarot, you see a woman who's blindfolded and she's got these two crosses in front of her. And I often like to say with that, it's an invitation to not make decisions based on what you see, but based on what you see with your third eye. And I feel like that's also a component here as well, is don't knock the intuition. Lean in to the intuition, because that's really what's going to make the difference. So cool.
okay, so ooh, this gets a little, especially at the place that you're at. I love this. So we got mild, medium, hot. It's almost like the energy check, right?
It's like
We
my
got,
energy temperature
yeah,
check.
we
Yeah.
got mild, medium, and hot is what we came up with. Okay, what spice level is my soul craving right now? So mild is rest, medium is realignment, hot is go time. Okay, now I know what I
Oh.
want to say, but I want to hear what you're going to say, and then I'm going to tell you what my answer is that I thought I was ready for.
Okay, well, we got Three of Pentacles, and Three of Pentacles is the card of collaboration. And I want to say, with any kind of collaboration, you want the medium, because you don't want to have like nobody participating and everybody being silent, and you don't want the crazy, hot, the hot and super spicy, because then that means that maybe there's disagreement and no movement forward on something, getting stuck with things. So Three of Pentacles, I feel very much when we're talking about that mild, medium, hot, we're at medium. We're wanting medium, because let's face it, we want today to be joyful. We want today to be fun. It is a celebration. I think it's funny. The Three of Cups is the card of celebration, and we got the Three of Pentacles. And I think Three of Pentacles is also, again, it's about people coming together, collaborating. And I feel like that is kind of what the soul is saying right now is come together. I'm hearing the Beatles song, come together right now over me. So this Three of Pentacles is saying, like right now, when we're talking about that frequency and that energy, be in community, reach out, get the fark out of your head, be more in a space of um, communication, commiseration, even. Get out of your head, be with others and be with others that you like. Be with others that they fill you up, they give you energy rather than deplete you of energy. But definitely, I feel like this is saying get out, be seen, be heard, have some fun, commiserate, and then you can go home and you can, recover and soothe your hangover tomorrow.
So the final assessment, you're saying medium.
Yes, I'm saying medium. So what
And
were you getting?
here's the funny part, because I have friends over, and I wanted to trick you, so I lied a little. It wasn't for me; it was for Melissa, and she said medium. She said she feels
Oh,
like everybody else that I didn't ask for said hot. She's the only one that said medium, and she's the one that I asked for.
well, there we go. So it was the cards were speaking to her.
Yeah. Let's see. So we'll do this. Let's do this one. Who wants to go? Carlos? Okay, we'll do this for Carlos. Carlos, their divine fiesta message. What spirit special cheers just for them? Um, a celebratory channeled message for your guides to remind you your magic, even if you drop the guac. Oh, I didn't read that. So this is the funny part. Guess who dropped the tray of shots earlier?
Did you? Oh my God.
No, Carlos, who we're reading this for. I didn't read what was in parentheses. And Carlos, he didn't drop the guac, but he dropped the shots.
Well, look at that. Look at this. Look at the synchronicity in our Cinco de Mayo.
Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I'm sorry. You're gonna get it, Stacey. You're gonna get it.
I know that was a bad one. Yuck, yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck.
It's not your fault. You haven't drank enough yet.
No, I haven't had enough in my mimosa to drink yet. That's so funny. So, the card that we pulled for this is the Lover's card. And I feel like the Lover's card is really indicative of choice, decisions, reflections, how we are seeing ourselves through another's eye, how we are seeing others through our eyes, and the reflection that is coming back to us from another. And I feel like I can't remember exactly what the question was that you asked, but just kind of tapping into the energy of it. I'm feeling like today, connected to that Cinco de Mayo energy, we are on the precipice of right now kind of moving forward into a new path. And I almost want to say to you, like today kind of feels like a portal. It's like we're doing our stuff today because it's symbolic of moving forward, a new chapter, something that is happening that is unique and different, but we're not going to have to do it alone. I think it's so interesting that we had the Three of Pentacles, where that was, commune, get out, be seen, be heard. It's not about isolation. It's about coming together with others and people that you love. Now, the Lover's card, of course, can be about romantic love and partnership, but love is also the frequency that we live by. Love is everything, and there are many different forms and guises of love. And I feel like this Cinco de Mayo, this particular energy is saying, lead with your heart, lead with that love space. Notice the good things in the person that's sitting across from you and notice what the good things that they're reflecting back to you. This isn't about, I want to say, like we already talked about the Queen of Swords and doing the review. I feel like what this is it's saying, okay, I've got that review. And now look at where I'm going, who I want to become. If this is a new beginning, if this is a fresh start, if I have solutions to the problems or the issues or the challenges that I'm facing, I know that I don't have to do this alone. I can do this with others and I can do it with love, leading with my heart, allowing my heart to show the way, allowing my heart to point me in the right direction. I also love in this particular depiction that they're looking at pictures. They're looking at old Polaroids. And I feel like with that old Polaroid, there is an essence here of looking at the past, looking at something that has already happened. And I feel like the hands joining together is to say, let's not focus on the past. Let's get ourselves up and out the door, and it's time to create some new memories. And I feel like that's exactly what we're doing here on this Cinco de Mayo. We're celebrating, and it's a fresh start. It's a new beginning, a chance to get out, be seen, and be heard, and to spark some freaking inspiration. You can't get a ton of inspiration if you're just sitting in your house all day, or if you're doing the same things, the same routine over and over and over again. So, Keone, I don't even remember what your question was. I don't even know if I asked that question, if I answered that question, but that's what I'm getting when I'm pulling that lover's card for Carlos, who dropped the shots.
It doesn't matter because it's intuitive, so you go wherever it takes you, and he loved the response.
Oh, good. I'm
He
so glad.
loved the
That's
response.
awesome.
Okay, he did. Oh my God! So that's I love. I want really want to do more of these where we do readings on holidays because it's actually pretty cool and
Yeah.
interesting because the vibes are different in
Oh,
holidays,
yeah.
especially holidays. Okay. No, people, we
Absolutely.
can't do the Christmas one where what gift do you think I should get my grandma? No, that's not the way it's going to work down in the future. Okay. So that's going to be great. So you're going to have a ton of mimosas today.
Oh my God. Like, I cannot freaking wait.
Okay.
So this is my cranberry mimosa. I had asked them to put it in a margarita glass, but they actually ran out of margarita glasses. No surprise that we are here on Cinco de Mayo and that they would run out of glasses. So I'm not mad at it because it kind of fits my day drinking and tarot because I'm all about the wine. So cheers to Cinco de Mayo and a little bit of cranberry mimosa. Oh, it hits the spot.
Okay. And you're not going to have meat on your nachos. I already know. Okay.
No, because I'm a Vegisaurus. I'm not a Metasaurus. I'm a Vegisaurus. But
It's
I'm
okay.
going to enjoy my nachos with tons and tons of cheese and like a big fat thing of guac.
It's okay. Nobody's perfect. All right. But
Check out this amazing, delicious plate of nachos. I love Mexican culture, and I don't know if they really eat nachos or if that's a North American bastardized version of it, but oh my God, I'm so excited. We're going to get a little jalapeno going on this little chip, and let's see how it tastes. Mm, mm. I never met a nacho I didn't like. Just saying.
But if I could be anywhere in the world and spend time on this day with anybody, will you be one of them? So I'm fine. Okay.
Oh, you're so sweet, Keone. Well,
All right.
back at you. I'm so glad we were able to do this today.
And that wasn't just the tequila talking.
Thank God.
All right, guys. Hey,
Even if it was, I'll take it.
if you guys love this type of content, please tell us in the comments so we can do more holiday oriented stuff. And also, if you want a live reading, a horoscope from our partner in the Stars with Dwayne, or you want guidance, always tune in the last Wednesday of the month at 6 p.m. and you can get a live reading, whether that's through comments or you can actually come on. You don't have to show your face if you don't want, and ask in person. Love you
Yes.
guys. All right.
Absolutely. Thank you guys. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Be good, be brave, be strong, do your thing, and we will see you on the flip side.